100 pounds.
This is different than 100 pounds. This is like...
The knot's too big right now. I torque.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it's this thing's spinning like Mach 10.
So robotics is basically a sport like any other, the only difference being that we make our own competitors. So what happens is at the beginning of the year, we are given a brand new sport. It'll be a sport we've never heard of, with a game object we've never heard of, and we have to design and build machines that can play that game. And once we go through that process, it's like any other sport. You just try to get better at it, you go up against other schools, you compile wins and losses, and hopefully if you do well enough and win enough awards, you make your way to the World Championship. I guess that makes sense. I think what we could do too is we could just put a little right. This is a left. This is the left.
Yeah. Are you gonna show me?
Yeah, I am. I'll do it in a place where you can't really see it.
Yeah, that's not we need it, like really bad. Wait, this thing's gonna rub on the thing, maybe. We might need the other, I think this is gonna need the other noodles. Because you don't want it flying out of our robot. I'm literally just gonna put all of it. Go faster, go faster.
So what we do is once the game is released, we do something called our What Not How. And during that session, we decide what the robot needs to do, and then also how that robot, or how our robot's gonna do that. So after that meeting, we filter out our priority list. So in this game, our priority would be we would rather collect gears and score the gears rather than shooting balls, since the gears are worth more points. And then from that, what we do is we start CADing our ideas, and so we CAD, so we eliminate any conflict that might happen during the designing and building of the robot, just in case things might not integrate well with each other. Then it goes to the manufacturing process. So we make drawings for our fabrication team to so they know what they're cutting, what they're making, and then from there we get them back, we clean them off just from any marks or scabs that might have happened in the manufacturing process. And then from there we start building the robot, and since we have the CAD files done, building the robot is super fast and super easy.
God. If this isn't going on friction,
No, of course not.
This is obviously not going on momentum.
Well, so now we know which ones don't go on the floor.
Okay, we can fix this.
We like snapped like that in the middle of the weld though.
For CAD, basically what it is we use it to digitally design our robot before we actually build it, and it helps to kind of work out a lot of bugs, problems in our system before we actually start putting the pieces together. So last year, when we were designing our robot for FRC, for FRC robots in general, we have to leave a certain allotted amount of space for electronics, because we have to have an electronics board and a bunch of other connections in that area, and we basically forgot to leave virtually any room for the electronics. So that put us, we forgot to put any room for electronics on our CAD. So when we actually built the robot, we kind of realized, oh, we don't know where to put these, and it was a huge struggle to kind of figure that aspect out. So yeah.
The role of the programmer is as a service provider to the rest of the team. They design the robot, they build it, They wire in the electronics, but the robot will not do anything until a programmer gets hold of it and gives it some intelligence. So the programmers are very important because the robot may be beautiful to look at, but it's not going to do what you want until the programmers get to it.
I don't understand how this one's taking like matters.
Because this one, it's obvious.
That one.
I think probably the biggest misconception about robotics teams is that it's the nerds in the basement. This really isn't. This isn't a nerd fest. We have people of all different types of personalities, and ultimately we have fun. You know, we do things together as a family and as a team. We have a real strong emphasis on teamwork. We have a real strong emphasis on collaboration and spirit. And so we wear a uniform with pride. We go to these competitions, and we like to represent ourselves as a team that's serious about what we're there to do. And so ultimately we have a lot of fun, and we feel really good about what we do. We're very proud of what we do, and it doesn't seem like a nerd sport at all once you're involved in it.